Aha Boadu TV yama wakaba na yes scandal bia say PM wo Ridge Hospital. Okay say Raf call ho koye video ka say nurse for na de na omoye wo ho no omo beku nipa pe Ghana for dinatem omo dinatem o twa na da papa say nurse for ye dwuma koso life esi omo so chese wo kopre no munyam ta wiki ma wo sha kwabra mita candle ama candle nene sire amanfo betwa candle so da pasa de na eni o na Bobie Ansah asa akai o se scandal bi asa pie yesa akawe yesa Makati Hills hospital na wo ho no so ka yesa ka kete nkomu ku bi o na se fo ewo kroma de omo ye na nyo yo yesa Bobie Ansah ko twa asem aturu bi ato polado mo kire so se ya makohu dollars bi opo efi na yesa opera news na ye Bobie Ansah se boy minka hweo me ho son po weji ya minka hwe.
This is Boadu TV, truth and integrity.
You see a fre a news portal be the opera. Me pacho fatu ha say mame. Na menye ho adwuma. Okay, all right. Say aye. Kwame, if you don't mind, we between afre menua Paul. And so amame. Okay, so mo follow ye your Facebook page. Say mo who story we $1.5 million allegedly found in Paul Adam Orchard's residence. Bobie leaks sparks uproar. Na me wasem kakraka ewo saa ade we ho. Me wasem kakra eka. Me pacho wa frɛ no. Oh we aye. Hey ya no aye. Wo de da so yi no aye. Say amanfo bebre no ana afrɛ me. Efiri enra anajo. In fact, MPP phone bi na sha say they send me with insults. Me na me hu ade krompo. Na me nima de kro. Until say weekend me call me krom kakra. Me kwa asante mampon ko ye adwuma bi kakra wo ho. Enti me ba no ena me share story ni yi. Me pa cho fato so ma me. Ehun adwuma na me na obi bia wo tie mi bia entie mi yi me Bobie Ansah se me pese me ka asemo a me nka fancy, but there's another documentary appear about enka yen komodie no will be very general, but there is another documentary appear about Ridge Hospital. Bribery, corruption, minim say Eric wash side documentary no a fourth estate and area side no, and they have it all over the place. Many boss I want the first person I want to buy me to say and yeah dear when a rough copy so no not all kind of see a man but video no and was saying
me obi prompted my attention or friend no ka say or friend I say congratulations and I'm like now me say the usual congratulations I mean from last 2 weeks me back you say Ibrahim mama tama me nyaka nti okay congratulations I was like congratulations ben you know say until say you say Ridge one issue ni be ma say si mo de we are babiem and I'm like me these things I don't want to pay attention again because we are a country where we now be say the panel and ODB a problem with society no mobile you you are the one that will be tagged as if you are delusional as a bibi a we bia no onye papa exactly so obidia we mu I'm hoping say we mu dia ba na nye sebio me style no, because I hear a lot of people say ne approach ebia we mu approach no dey something better can come out of it, because what I know is that you're talking about nyoma, you're the nyoma babonte and nothing happened. Kevin Taylor, had a lot of exposés by from 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 up to 24 election up to date. Kevin Taylor Kodaye, ya signed the Bakukras Yamabe Pesu Ghana Public Accounts Committee. Ya say yede and a woman could discuss a bimu club at Naswa admit it. And said they don't know where admitting, but still almost fee shame coming out of it. Into the usual one, ya buy a tested for the videos about the documentary now by Yashe and Kusiaga. The same people will be working. Which country in Omudonipa, Omupeni Pankwa, Obibe to me pretending say ya Bruno. Owuani na da nipa no yenim say your institution obi tumi fo obi baton ejiska obi tumi wo obi panie ku no ejiska na saa nipa no waye saa suban no adamedi na as a country publicly yentumi amfa bonbonten say ya pam saa nipa na fi say dwumadi wem agene licenses e ne gira mra no eside ni kofia say wo bia na wo se na esatade wo bia na yama wakonya se bra na besum oman we no se wo de nto kontompo ene obi hutan ese da abo saa suban bi another bra bi say dia emra sei ina no bedi na ya anya nipa na hwe ya. Oh, come on. Oh, yale atiti eduro na nyam na fasa.
Spokesperson Dr. Tinkran to me threaten media. Say
sa papa no de minya lawyer ni bia be on Jimmy Scar. Menim say me ami Oliver Baka or no Oliver na de konti ami for Oliver din be say Oliver ye nyame sumu ni dodo. Perman so twehunu bia anti onya ya bro, just be careful and just stay away from these people, because we have more serious things. No one can say but me man so twini pa I say ko kakra ye friend say ekufo adu club no some kakra wo mu me pe ni obi obaboa me a o ye besi no na baby kro akoto se menum wi a ye di wi fo ba ho no na wa ba be kire omo ba ho ni po wo ma o ye wi ni a ono ne kwotena base esi bi a o woda records ne se we die o ye wi ni na odi ni ni aba because a character defamation so obeka cha me say materiality your attitude of stereotypism no is so bad that ye obetena ho ikan ase unhu na abeka ni papa bi o ma me ba ko bi su ko gina GH1 say I have the videos. No, you are ambushing me. Up to date the video no mine. Omo show video in na omo nya prepared. They should gather all their evidences. Video chrono omo nya ready. Omo be share court omo dey aba court.
But remember on to san bamba minia Eric, so want to with these issues about social canker and nema cause, because sometimes I me share rough the issues rough areas, any issues like this issue about Ridge Hospital from Nkrumah time akwaswa bepemene even under the resetting, and even under the resetting, from all indications you can feel from rough voice that look adewe enkosiaga. So what is it with our institutions that people just do things or dimkwasiasem no afane wadi, and I know say fire service for no makobu Accra FM reporter
fan wadi
oma from wadi
asoja for timitisi ashama ni
akobu nipa
whole community.
So what is the issue?
Over the ten say your training your system no we design system say we shouldn't think outside the box. The betu ye this is the normal thing. So let's do everything normal. Obekanya national service national cathedral na omutu ye o se na wo ho o mu ana media traditional media na etime kwa omu hu say give you more bad publicity no afero mo makwa mo bia nwuram but raf
ko bu no
ko demonstration ko bu na nkrofo rem no yakwache no aden wakwa kubu ama Ghana fo nyina
ehu sa amna
ne ni
Was he a
ama nkrofo ko dware mu
what le dware mu
yes the kind say
some people say no, 20 I have to sack everybody from his own time almost because we woman ona ko biye
2016 Ebra Mugabe mu issues ni ba ya edom ko jail no
yeah
and e ma me take over the show pampaso me take show no and me so me dem start by na more segment ma to the critical thinking the common sense analysis me pick on issues na ma analyze it na there was some bashing my bashing the management of the station e ma me memo e da so o sisi a omo ka kire me say memo no me buy na kire me say I shouldn't raise anything something I believe say this is how things should be done nemo me buy between 2 to 2:5
yes say
do the introduction after that go for break buy and no start the discussion nothing editorial but then na be here and then no popular political show be morning show or afternoon show on editorial but no near kashe sa na akwakoye oko Ridge me nua Raf ma follow no several years we be some say social content creators and creator most of them kwasiasem kwa because they want views and yama mu ye nyina nya nyama a deep positive change bia bregana but you can't say same about him because obwa me fati system wa na ye unjust corrupt system ye hu ye and yama bebra na nko ye hu ye or risking life ade a obi o traditional media kranya ni or risking life and what ye how many times one go jail ye chinitum
oh on the be normal
yes
you live to work consider say ni abre
yes how many times several times man what do you see obi kuna wu oba odi kuna na obi afa camera na da ko gina say me ko interview kuna ni no
how do you feel ukunu wu and how do you
ukunu wu ye no sana o sitire no na o tene say dia na say obaye den oba kuna fo ni kunu she fiji person is crying nipa ni suna camera si so ni because
na oba kuna fo so na ni hu a
o ka yes content creation
how you feeling now
na lumba busia ye ko akosia sewa ho na e ko dobro ni so side ni ati group e wi na e bi so ko abusia penyi ho na yes content creation I bet me focus your attention nana Ridge Hospital hospital obi bia obi ramu pie bi obi hu the facility wo ho no be ka kire say this is the future but as to say Ghana for patient I call ho no mo enya so mfase also munya no nana no see another thing I have a personal experience nyame nko anka me yiri
right
nyame nko
don't say that
unim the time me kasa no that was 2017 oba nanyem ne time so ye enam de no already the ebeka be ne 3 months no ena me ma yi no e de ne ba Ridge enti wono no kona antinata se de be o mo benya ne records bibia na en say day 1 no ye de ne be ba already no my assessment is also me in CS enti you be do hospital ho around 2:30 ewia me ana me driver ne me ma me and ye koye yetina ho no mo reception ho for hours almost say ehwa ayema but at least somebody should attend to her finally me ye deda na yuremu nurse ni oyen assessment no e ka say se bia ya wona aka no and into omon prepare na omon hwe omagina wo but sadre no ne time aso a all pon enti de obete take over no e no ka kire ne say this is nipa no condition enti de obete take over ne ba wo say enya awo
yeah
wo say unifi ho e de ne ba betina reception ho the thing was getting worse. It said the Obano was in pain. So I rushed in. And to many nurse in ni no. And a doctor ni no or duty neti. And no or call the saying it's a chimney or some for banma. A cover boy assessment was saying coach or trade room and say, men fanon co. O my ba lab will be wo su. A year a down quaran about to baby. me meto aduro na mo sanye test me ye test na me de test no ko doctor no hwe wi a o say for mama ne bed patron maka say bed ni ho reception ho apemfo makoma 4 ene na ti ho no yesi bed ni ho banana ebro mo ka zo mo ba ne bed a me wura mu a metimi hu na there were several empty beds ewo ho okay o mo say bed ni CS and command the bed no me ko to no nobody was attending to her and she was in pain and to what tia mu ba ko a draw attention mo ko na je say abofra no eba afi the nurse ni say on twen mo on chim afi no on twen ma no ko she gloves emran sana watchim ewo mreko abofra ne yes obana abof enti a young nurse berma ano ye ne atin say oye almost intensive clinicals one na ji me ira wo enti CS no anye now him the funny thing
tell me
omoji awoni wie ya omo take details say bebusa be mani din baby oye adwuma ene ayi enti oba ne bo ne kunidin ene obisa say okunu adwuma no say really good onya ka say really good na everything changes afedie me ho na be frame me we adwuma radio good say afedo ma say like somebody ipia on social media and be who they gave a very different treatment that night I pay mama kuma 4 and a shro mama met me aka say man na no man wife it reception one 3 of them omulusu mama ya ka say bed no me one there was several beds enti Ridge Hospital near Sinikama facilities no ho oko eye baby e wo mofra mo hwo niko baby e de mofra no kopo assessment several ayi ho but ukwa the we are ye de ma fam titru ne sa apem for side nana eye very bad but we don't pay attention Ralph no call ya okoka ya okoyi di buy de hu ye no ye nya afna bi antena Adum TV omo friend bibi okay
I don't know.
Oh, there's a lady, one of our Adum TV presenters, lady. I know the camera call walk around and money boa. No me naked. And at this was rather condemning, but issues no they buy and near my try say draw attention. I mean when you team yourself, you know, and in there, they are not on China feed the condemning. Nana after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in the church, and then your regional way. Regional Bay. A draw a year 7,000 cedis. 7,000 cedis. So now doctor what trust 7,000 na ma patient in family mo kwakota ba no asa friends 7,000 a year 7,000 cedis a $7,000. So from 7,000 cedis to over 70,000 Ghana cedis. Patient buy what say treating or hospital na doctor ne directing to the private hospital. She said omo pharmacy outside the hospital a draw was say okra hospital be nya ama no near directing nipa no near the no kosa pharmacy no because on your turn aboarding na ya ji musika sanya ma wenyi na ekoso the same Ridge ona bu kwamna minta kando e ba ye nyama ekoso sha se ko they started attack o man ye in such a way say we a minister kra no a omo ma hospital in state institution e no go area because of what they are doing. Omo ma kwan ma ukra untimi hu de ekoso. Enti se minister kra ntimi nya. What about the patient? Obiat, these are the issue. We can build all the big hospitals, nice hospitals, but omo ayo ma sede so ma me nya healthcare. Ye betimi nya apomuden no. So mo yo madwen say no mo be no na we will not get anything.
But I think say Omar we don't like meting out punishment. Say because me say I am one say fire service say mean cancel me be permanent. Say fire service personnel a two media practitioner
more than 6.
Abono.
Why? Because the camera recording.
And permanent. Then they are working.
There be
public
incident nesi jana shinya me cause on recording.
Yes. But you Ghana National Service, Fire Service. You open your dano. I want my room. You interior minister. You want the deputy. You want woman you but Obia and Fahon. But guys, no, you're Majuma. Yeah, they are working. So the issue is about punishment. Say, idea, you name so. Yeah, cry a financial fire service for Nibi. Ube coffee, I may be no baba be yajuma. Nanke nipa no kwatena if you koye dey am kobu a years and training. And
the sad part is that they will come out publicly, no matter justify.
But Mamenya dear way. So a friend just sent me. Obviously, Ghana law favors the rich men in Ghana, the poor, young former Kahon. And Hunter can say me says yeah, so Raymond says will be the problem we have as a country is impunity. Nobody is scared of nothing and nobody. Right opposite the central police station, traders are selling in the middle of the road, but the police have forgotten their own principle of maintaining law and order and protection of human lives. This is Ghana for you, Bobie. I mean, look, recently there was an issue with a cast wire. So Kwaku when university ewa Accra quickly so or call mama eba back now on kudim komo Kumase so oko eye baby a memodin. He went there, he got there and called me, Daddy, the way the place is choked, no, my member fee now or try and pay plane ticket. I mean, that will be easier. And I'm saying, why it chokes? Say, into driver on in a choir and Busan say, I want to say, So I know somebody. I called the person. The person was like, oh, Obanejira. So I called Kwaku, go to this place, enter here. When you enter there, blah blah blah. So you enter. Kwaku came out within 5 minutes and called me, Daddy, take it a good table, no super baby. Go ahead and nipa want to. So the question me busa me say, hey, the only thing ya ono so be frɛ abose obo me ebobie me bani no obey den. Me question ba me trimu no, and I was so sad that enti mobrophobia ono so ne be too quiet because you see bia ba wa homache as at 2 a.m.
Yes, yeah,
3 a.m.
You're frustrated.
Yes. You don't know anybody. Only the enti so me bad friend me a question about me trimu say, hey, tini pado do na ono ye omo ni obia obefre no ono onya raf ono onya honto ono ma Facebook onya Eric onya popular so sani pano ono so onya dey because obi one ne ba eko enchi Kumase wada ho from 2 a.m. 3 a.m. 4 a.m. take it no go bi e bag mu sine dem ni office
senior
on fama on ton
me say person query ko yes say abandon me from Metro Mass for the past 6 years me
why
Metro Mass you abandon me say me am for Metro Mass bi
wo
yeah for 6 years me for Metro Mass
6 years
yeah
what did
you do me call only obi ofo bus call Obuase dunkwa I am free bia ni misasem we Metro Mass for the night bus every dunkwa ne I am free for. And you would have to buy the tickets probably in the morning or in the afternoon. Then you board the bus in the evening, night bus. Mami bisu be try ticket. Anopabe 8 on aneba. Only 15, 12 years. So it's 12, 15 years. Etna honoma to anajo 9 na bus neba board no. Nipa no kita ticket in a corner and they check seat and they say seat na anyema bus na anyema Maami ne ntwa ticket ama ne ba ketwa se 10 years with the same no enti se omo nsina aba se ne ntu nye sa do nkutwa ticket from man na me kwatena ba se na me de ade asese maso na me ti etire ho o se etire ne 6 seat enti me de me na ye gu seat no so a me matale window no ho asa anyama ena me feeling yom we tire onom so it's me use a car no and bus ni be say omo so esi no bus ni be tu a ena omo so ena mako complain say car ni ma esi na da no say now back and forth na cost unity my tension bad na me headset in film so say what is going on And I'm say yes, I call I've been trying to take it into your sino. And I'm say bodam for ben a can asem. Maame me bu ofisa de nam se bodam for ben akada asem. Say I call out 10 years and I made that statement in me journey the next 10 years of our life, the next 15 years of our life. Say sa call out we me maame humiliation na be ma no. Say the maame nya that time not take it is 65 cedis. Yin sino in free bus ni then you call the maame enta. Ina me friend nipa na conductor. My friends, only with the inscription of my tribunal that enquire co school ye free. I didn't know what you crazy. Now the free pa, ni mammy and your skin tribia, Bass and Ankasa, Anyama. In 2 minutes, no be near quite a bad day. Me 2 months in the Mecan say, or man, ni mammy be, ni yebi, ni yiribi, ni gabi, and tell Bass move for freedom. 18 uncle Fred, director so by say, men are me a quasi or carny to and yes, I remember Pamintia. I feel bassing, Browdy and Yashe, Yan did you 1 seed, never 5 seed, and 3 track. Or be in chair 1 seed in pool. Boss, we met rich Yama Colaniaco, but nobody has to pay anything. You know the implication. And I make us a major 10 years to come. I cry when Yamin Pengu. So I bet than Yam Drobber because Nima Nibi and Nima and to me and 65 cities. You can imagine the kind of pressure cause with you. And a chronic dream achieving it. Na extra better than am rubber. Now go in am age na council. Na me 2 months bus be with him. No almost stop no more about you because oh your part out. Mun fire money in Chewa. Udi so dem mo bone better mo. Obe kai eyawa. Me 2 months mu brebi. Otima asemu to ni maami obi anke bia ma no.
So we will come back with this issue about whether we are only resetting the economy, but we are not resetting our service or our system. We will come to it because we are sending me that message. And Atiaku David says, Bobie, I suggest the government must deploy military officers to our various hospitals just to supervise their activities. I am King David from Medina. Okay, so this one is coming from King David. Maunyo says, I can't believe that most Africans or brown skinned people think the events that happened in biblical times were better off than what is happening today. So I think this one is going to Ebonoa. Ebenezer Mokto says, Bobie, me bagana bia my license me too. Says kaniba kunwa enwa no. Obia and TH and that is Ghana for you. All right. Felix Yewa says JM should ensure the service sector also have to get the share of resetting. And this is the issue, we will come back to it. But Eric, and Koma Unyanumu Edino, what are you picking from it as a blogger?
Yes. So you see what is happening at the Ridge Hospital. For example, you will not understand until you get there and then you face the reality. You know, certain things, when people are talking about it, it cannot be explained to you for you to understand. You need to experience it. Yes. So many people who have problem with this RAF and Ridge Hospital issue, unless they got there or they get there and then they experience it themselves, then they will understand. Explanation cannot explain to them or get them to understand. Now, for the corruption aspect of it also, now, who is going to be held accountable? Those videos will go viral, people will talk about it, and then nobody will go to jail, everybody, and then that's all. So the system need resetting just as the people in the country need resetting. In our, when you go to the hospitals, our institutions, how people behave, especially like the nurses, the way they behave towards the patient all the time, because these complaints have been coming on and on and on and nothing is being done about it. It will come, we talk about it and then it's gone. It will come tomorrow, we talk about it, and people are dying because of this. We are not robots in this country. We are human beings. If you place robots in these positions, you program them to, you know, go in a certain pattern and they'll follow that pattern. But these are human beings in place right here. Now the people in these, like some places like Ridge Hospital, for example, the nurses, nobody is holding them responsible for their actions at the hospital. They can disrespect the patient and then collapse. Now go to private hospital and see how the nurses treat people. The nurses, they understand that if you mess up and disrespect a patient, you will be fired, because that is somebody's private hospital. Everybody is responsible. But in these government institutions, and I mean, nobody is checking anything. This is the same reason why we have so many ministries with lot of ministers with nothing to minister, because the ministers, everybody wants you in your position, everybody is placed in their position, and nobody check them. Everybody do things. So the whole thing started from the top and then come, all the way down here. So until the nurses understand that, look, if I disrespect, it is my duty to respect the patient and treat the patient with this kind of respect. It is my job, my duty, it is my responsibility. Last time I was asking that, look, our nurses, sometimes when you go to the hospital, you ask yourself, when they are giving them the training, do they add disrespect to it? Because it became too much and people are complaining about it, people are losing their life. Nothing has been done, because the nurse understand that if something pop up, you go and report, nobody is going to do anything. No punishment, as our brother was saying, that people need to be held accountable. If you misbehave, you need to face the consequences. Then people will be serious. The nurses at the hospital, they should understand, a system should be placed in place to take the report from the negative report from our patient seriously, and they should be acting on it. Because if these things, like what happened to Ralph, we saw a whole nurse come to the TV station, and then the nurse was lying that she has video evidence. Up to now, the video evidence is not
and
there.
she's there working.
She's there working. Now that is even a threat. Now the person who said that, there was one nurse who said you beat her, and footage showed that Ralph did not even touch her. That one is a threat over there. If you are going to that hospital today and somebody want to do something bad to you, or somebody want to harm you, the person can go through that nurse and harm you, because honesty is not in the picture.
That nurse, Eka say, when you arm dislocation.
Because I'm saying, also say rough,
The same hospital, doctor was sharing no, the report by, and there was nothing like dislocation.
I believe.
Yeah.
She's still working there. So that is the problem. Now there is other side of the story also, which is the fact that our system, when it comes to recruiting or people coming to public spaces, and let's say the nurses and our military, the police, and whatever it is, people go in there not because they love to go there, or it is certain things in this life is a calling, I believe so. Certain things in this life, like nursing, it's a calling. It's something that
now it's a job opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's something that you must have passion for. Okay, I think the passion is what I mistook for calling. You must have the passion to serve people. You understand? But this time it's just about the green dress, the white dress. So the people don't have that love. They are waiting for the month to end for their salary to be paid. Now, another side of the, when you flip the coin, I don't blame the nurses too much of the fact that the system has failed to hold them accountable. The system is not treating them even well. We are in this country here, Ralph, where ghosts are working in this country. Report came out that 8,000 ghosts, right? They are working properly. And it is not only the danger that they are working, it becomes a more threat that they are being paid in this country. Now the nurses are protesting to get paid. They are real human beings, and they are working. They are protesting for their salary to be paid. Meanwhile, those who are not in existence in this country, they are working and they are being paid. Now, some of these nurses, when last time they did their protest, for months they've not been paid. And you expect the person to come from home hungry and be laughing at you. I mean, when you come, you should be smiling. No, hungry person know they smile. So when you flip it, the whole system need a proper restructuring. So the reset agenda should touch everywhere. All these angles.
Eric, I'll come back to you. Sure. Alfredo Conco says the nurses. Okay, so let me leave this one. This is a very wild allegation. Bobie, nobody is scared of the law. People believe they can do anything and everything anyhow and get away with it. The difference between Europe and Africa is that in Europe, everyone is afraid of the law. But in Africa, we are not scared of the law. Most of the law enforcers are themselves not scared of the law. That's all. I mean, and this is a fact. This is a fact. Agbojan says, we have a long way to go. Even now, some Ghanaians, 20 persons change. No, at 12 on pay. Also, they throw it away. They will tell you they will not accept it. One person, they will throw it away on you. Raymond says, Bobie, even the military hospital, there is no bell syndrome in the night, especially. So check. Omo akasa kromu ntimi check omo. No ma ko check a rich. Okay, so poor Daniel Siedu is in prison after admitting that he was contracted by Kennedy Japan to kill JB Dankwa. And he is here campaigning to be MPP flag bearer because he's a politician and claimed to be a millionaire. That is Ghana for you. All right, so I keep saying this. This one is coming from Samuel Saka. It says, I keep saying this. The black race will by all means be phased out from the planet Earth because of our continuous stupidity. And the white race is so much happy about this. Okay, Commander, if it happens, Commander, it happens to me at Akawe Hospital. They nearly killed my wife.
Yeah, I've had series of reports from that hospital.
Akawe
so can be my just about. I think this Saturday, I told you I was going to meet.
That was the
yeah, I was going to make a report to the ministry
about
Akawe Hospital,
private hospital.
It's a government hospital. We have been told. I've been told.
I would say you're free be Agawe or Siagron there. Now we the Akawe there.
Yeah, a military, a police officer, minimum, no papa. A honor, he almost died. Issue they get it out of hand. You know, we in about 37. They know they do 37 and opa. Me try more bastard no jina on my osu. Police osu mama.
Oh. And our brother said something very critical. You remember? I think I was telling you 2 days ago. The same thing, where they are using the patient as commodity. Where you go to hospital, there is no when you want paracetamol, they will refer you to a private.
Yeah.
They are using the patient as commodities.
Anyway, so Augustine says, Bobie, in UK, the way the healthcare system is structured, you can't mess with it. You are afraid to lose your license. It's simple. But my memory back to Raf. When we talk about race setting, we did say 2 years, okay, 1 year, sorry, 1 year down the line. A year race setting in our institutions, in our system. A system no air checking. Yeah, said yes, is here checking. The last time, you see a friend might be Nima. I've forgotten the name. You throw raffle. Nipem papa.
Because Nigerian artists.
Because Nigeria artists are basake.
Yes.
And I learned this guy is close to power. So yeah, nothing happens. Now it ends there. There were some other incidents across the country. So you ask yourself, are we focusing on just the economy, or we are just focusing on resetting the whole country, our system, the way we do things? And I know almost say Nkrofa almost year a juma unimtashi problem is no. Almost chicha pipelines mu contractor no Nkrofa chicha pipelines mu rough. They cut it. No more giant so ni bugu. They don't care. Nobody monitors the contractors. So the issue is not about Ghana water. The issue is that Yama Obia Juma. Where Jimmy say one in Crawford to chop pipelines. Nobody seems to say anything because if you are contractor no on a sponsor some politicians be. So almost yeah, you did business in Koma. Now we can't so.
Okoba bit is Spinters coastal estate kwa ni surroundings. For more than 6 months ni se upe ensure kra mo to ensure is a kia mu kra unya bi
in the abundance of water.
The food is tasty.
Ji se bi a woni mu bu adenta na bi odusu ni bi afi waba. It is you because thermometer we no more no pipes ni be bre are affected and restore.
Really?
I'm telling you. Kwana kore ensure what the sprinters. You see, of a reset na ye kano. Unse reset no Ghana education no politics no a lady a BBM.
Yeah.
President Penika na say sro de ta. I was say asegiti because e dia ba no be tie free so ansa na to form. enti enya ti wo soro ho no mo a e wo so to form na Ghana fo nya ho benefit ye research na ye hwe ni nyina na se Ghana fo dodo no anim ni ye the economic situation na ye wo mu petrol na nam 23 Ghana cedis per liter ene nyanko pado matimi aba 9 Ghana cedis 90 pesos enti yes ya reset e call for me ho atoyen ya exchange rate mi kwa ya kudu 17 ene etimi aba begina 10 11 kwa 12 na saba na chi ya reset ya ho atoyen ya nya some retail shops especially for the foreign ones no dodo no reduce your money ama because of exchange rate no a stabilize ene petrol no akọ form no yenya ho mfaso but oko Ghanaian shops no most of them are not ready to reduce it enti ade na te wo top water and top form obia enti more than 6 months ago and a minister for trade and industry Honorable Elizabeth Ofusejare engage Guta for about so money to money amaso obekan ebra government ni buy ya dollar ne from petrol work from no and so enye sustainable because enye sustainable ntino kwate oni amaso a obeboka sa propaganda na sinking in and minister ni engage o mo no mo assure minister o mani minister no ko agreement say see the need to stabilize for 6 months ombeti omoni amaso that 6 months na twam but omoso omonte so guta fo nti omoni amaso okokuma se kra de eye ko yente so na ndisi form fa me propaganda so oni atene amaso ene ebe kutamu den enti adena te wo top enu down na offer reset war institutions me wo se course onana say we will be a get close to how Ghana state institutions are functional. You will be coming to one conclusion: say Ghana, you will never get there.
Really?
Me shall say do me penny face. So I'm seeing here a private institutions na many of my year. But Nancy, I mean, access getting close to how the government system institutions in a year, Jumano. Nana, it may see the kind of change you and I, yetna haye the rough year, the kind of change we want to see. No, we will never witness it in our lifetime.
Maybe just say Noah at the channel, but fire.
Maybe we will never witness this in our lifetime. Because one, the whole thing is like kaba. Wonono. You should state institutional or one at the end personal business. And I kaba and to one no ba now by just over the monitor be more na wo boa wo be ko no mo te ho Honorable Akando ba as a health minister or say o pay unannounced visits to government hospitals and nurse phone dinatem Oko Tamale government hospital eko mess wo honom
obede wa ha
no as a minister take decision sanction medical director wo honom a yenya whole political party MPP wo di press conference condemn minister ne call say minister no mum yenyi na di
akohunu mess wa bie so
yenya medical association Ghana Medical Association they were somehow supporting the medical office and Oyeye. How many times Honorable Akando call Ridge Hospital? Because Ridge Hospital is the closest hospital to the ministry. It's just a walking distance. How many times don't call? How many times any money at them? Unless for nursing student or more demonstration no moody at them. Unless for me no moody at them. Now no a rough dear by they were moody minister at them. Identical no acquisitive committee to investigate that fed on the reporting about commerce minister no it's like it was one-sided one canana na minister no mum no send come here raf wa me anche raf wa receive raf for crowd on the ministry.
So no, just support evil.
That is it.
And you are okay.
That is it. Unwa menka at least wo de wo influence na betime you influence bia wo de sort you out akọ. Don't speak for anybody.
And
you be asem the system no. Na bekan under NDC, this me say a playback, playbook, MPP, or people and Ghana underrated MPP, the level of mubetimi just to win political power. Ubekaya under Professor Mercy Mahama, National Health Insurance Scheme, false claims. There's one particular region, they say almost where tribalism. Ashanti region. There were several reports of hospitals and now on false claims. And as somebody collapse National Health Insurance Scheme. When the government decided to sanitize the system, you see what targeting a group of people. And yet, this a doctor for or moderate patient or maba our government hospitals to a more private hospital. And the Mahama first term, nay, you're popular. And your issues are near discussing, you're raising issues, Yeah, can was a Ghana Medical Association for a money, mother body burn. They were rather supporting them. Chronosem Sam, I feel the medical center. I can say baby central some friends the medical
central stores.
Baby Ghana buying crab no Edeba warehouse can see a road you can't to machine. Why? Because them Crawford we and Raton I investigation security investigations I shall see into to machine no jebe ebisine ya hu baby as investigation report to see enti eye kaba enti wo Ghana ni you will never benefit benefit to mo ye adwuma no a enti na eduta mo so call retirement kura no mpese obeko because okofie kom kwa akode no because onya sai asemu ba ye ya ye de ne to me how that social me when my software sorry ye don't be a lobby some of them were going to the president getting closer to the power to make sure say agrada you free no because yes is contest aboa bi si unu aso a ka che ne say sorry eso and can't change so sorry and say free no so the boss because the agrada here no some of them are doing worse but the only difference is agrada no say bi wan go school nti no ono any play mo bi ahui ebinom de ne de ntoma akata so and until maybe we will get there Sunday and yenye ne yenyi agrada as we speak people are still lobbying but nobody is lobbying say yenyi atai obi ani ho our lobby say atai crowd were them more atai ko just 15 years 20 years obi ani advocate but agrada the advocate see yenyi nimra enti eye kaba eno bia credit uko Christian by Christopher kaba uko enum kremofo kaba uko transport system kaba can you tell me say all of a sudden Ghana your population yenka say a quadruple anasi a triple anasi a double now within short period of time the same number of passengers are patronized afedi yepeka yenya yepeka no pa yenya yepeka nwumira yenya cars is go within short period of time and try will say deliberate ana deliberate they are using the system to fight the system they are using the system to fight the system in the sense that they are using the system number one to fight the government and you dare not say oh who survive that now pa share system why abandon na buy from Kwame Nkrumah to me Kwame Nkrumah to me Kwame Nkrumah na family nyina at the end of the day system no defeat Kwame Nkrumah.
I'll come back to you.
Rollins system ni defeat Rollins. Atamel system ni defeat no Mahama e defeat no the first term system ni defeat no. Enti once our dwempa also do be adwuma no nana you can put all the measures in place at the top. You can make sure say the economic indices everything look good. Taxes will be create the enabling environment for investment to flourish and on kronoba, but to trickle down for the ordinary Ghanaian to benefit, the middlemen are mosheho, the traders, the importers, and no more mosheho, they will make sure say it will never trickle down. Anything about Ghana, esikafuni nye scan more, no more middle income, no more upgrade. By any wasi has say no, tin say wait me apeja abedu middle income.
Ralph, me also movie around. Who movie around? What are some of the social cankers dangers, red lines you see in institutions are. We show say no. You can reset, but yes, after 1 year, you reset it. What are the things? What are the red lines?
Indiscipline.
Where you enter where?
Yeah, every part of our institutions, there is a problem. Every part of it. Oko madab police cells almost Accra hanum. Say madab ibre na. Majority of the police cells are bekono. It looks like a D suspect, no, ye nima de kro. Say you treated like a slave. And ye do ko said that be more. Ye out a prisoner. Say prison period to me freedom pie, ebenya freedom ne nama bonten. But the diner with them one, there is no ventilation, toilet facilities are not available, there is no water, and these are the situations that you come. Oko hospitals. Mama used to da akonya we san so fankai dunkwafo. Dunkwa government hospital. Na me phone so hwehwe. Makobe bia oko dunkwa government hospital. The former your friend said the then female ward. About 2000 and I think 2015 and at the then MP area saw by renovation area about the VIP ward up to date. And I need to miss where you found. Now the uni me call adam ko hu. Me said that could try dan no ana me ka ho asem. Na me penti fi mu beblebe na me pa me evidence. Ene ya me pese me say margin wo solutions wunti no. Me wura dan nim cheche na hwe edan ba kwa me ko wurim. Inuru a ye say I spy. Egu sa dan nim no. Pocho me video ni dan wo. Really? Pocho Emma any the last week here. A member be called local administrator in office. So said no say no ni ho. Ye say ma ni wura ma posifo in a beam at the car be and sana jobro.
What do you say? Asma okay no Obia sending me a message about 2 minutes ago. Ali Abdul Wahab. Bobia in my village, the nurses stock drugs in the clinic and they sell it to patients in the name of no drugs or whatever. Are nurses allowed to sell drugs to patients
in Canada?
Okay.
Yeto anye say drugs in body dey jini pankwa. Yeto wa to kraba. Ube wo you say koto kraba any rubber na dey sa empaso labor yeah uko ama rubber dey sa empaso sa ma me imagine wo enfa Ghana ni emra asasi so sa rubber no yeton nurse for na ton me ankasa yeton oduma that time na me cousin boy baako na ne champo onu no more precious mining so yade oluma no call hospital ho no na omudi no ne bae no you say before then you see your emergency ward you see maternity ward you call maternity ward you see get no call May ward you call May ward you see en sanso mbla no about them get ba so no odi oni bi ho or the be my but ye man sika no nkoto bi mesem because e obi dia e no yi amai e bi ni hospital o ina mi nua na say ono e no minds etinkebe ya or the do na my munko administer by ye wie no until some na my receipt dey ontua edane ntokwa na rafa da ne bonsami bibia no o ka wadwene won pese oh no your approach no how do you tell me you treat me in such a manner and you want me to approach you with the you know that you I mean it doesn't add up since here ka say hospital no me ye hold videos maternity ward, the female ward, and the hospital facility now. No, but there is an administrator who is also taking the administrator say,
that is the problem.
Team executive bar or the office. Me school now almost see more copano, almost school here. And yeah, quite everyone tell you to me make say. The minimum company will come here, ma. Nane katai. And they make say your friend bitumen say you cool time. Now, boss. Oh, you want evidence? Maybe I met me yato. Maybe I met me yato. Wow. Yes. De ya kwai will come here. Am I? It's a car coming to me on Sassia. No peja. She see young Kotaki Obia. Yet to me who videos are might be so. Na MPs and I say government workers are officials to me call around check is a road the quality to say you can hire an external defense supervisor say engineer we could check mommy get an the same size and quality no thickness no ho inti president etenkran a appoint o set na bunkwa tina obuase east tina hanum na hwe na edwumedi ese mimidi no ubedi ama me MC you know I think say ebeye edwuma ohun yen start appointing kofo a it doesn't matter whether you belong to the political party you funded it or whatever no munye edwuma na yen fra kofo bi ti se yeso kakra mblim abodamfo yeah say mu ya boda
but the system is such a way that it will be very difficult for you to survive with the way I will approach because you need to tow. Many MPP party no national chairman.
And only as someone come
party no bagwa catch aban executive they say look masa mundi be mark we mama me say ye again so look and
the system will mold you can't mold it
and almost say demolition because of tema right me say we na cry FM page also and we tie wo ya affected meanwhile no baby omotene yesi ensuo eduru rainy season a e fa wo ma but wo na edi eye Accra mayor Accra regional minister wo di na tem including TDC Penny or Mudinatem. Then I heard somebody saying, say, oh no, yeah, Debbie, Bakubi, also no, or NDC constituency secretary, he mentioned something. Now, see, I know, yeah, it drew election, so now I had to convince people. Me share video, no, then I'm like, say, any power, that's all we national chairman. John Boadu, any clashes are, Akwaka Henry Cote was doing a very fantastic job. I support Henry Cote. All of a sudden, John Boadu. John Boadu Beka said, "Idea why no Obama and Crawford to abandon MPP into Onjai." Then Henry Cote was forced to stop Idea Oye. The same thing with Chenche. Chenche the same problem during that time. 2016, yeah, President Mahama time.
Ofa a year Aveno. Railway na nchel baby about to see or clear honina and the honina say
many MPP
or clear yeah nan this year 24 years Chenche so ama even JM 2016 lose no only because say no say a Chenche meanwhile the na Chenche no na ye
senior me see many MPP pay ni bi o invite me on the office na me wa the office na me share Seguvera ne pictures ne quotes bobo ho
the mindset nintisa
and me tie ne kasa din na nkomo ya yedi all confirm say Raf your approach no it's not like here mu be say you look around you see that you supporting some revolutionary people but the party no election me here at your mind puntu no. Yeah. That is it. That's the issue. Me here your more.
That's the issue.
That was my conclusion.
That's the issue.
That was my conclusion.
That's the
and
issue.
Imagine say the TDC boss AMCCI the Temamayo omo kabo mo omo pese omo clear baby yo baby okodu ana omo kaga for them to know that Charlie mesumi gamojibo yeah but we need to sanitize our country. Probably unim say me call Abidjan this year. Last year ni ana funding until I'm into any extra wodo no nti am into me anya sadwe this year my man says sana me baba be I'll be traveling across Africa.
Okay.
And program me opportunity say what we are not doing right.
Sure.
Udu Abijana obi a wakwa Abijana far we say be ko ye bia no driving from Akwaba roundabout to the airport akono ye ni bi okromi ya bebia deliberate who say
airport ni ebi ro ha na say
kwai na wo fa ko na airport no de o ento terminal 3 jo mama yard ye papa na kwai ni e fa so de ko terminal 3 no ofa for defense ministry no light. There is no light. We fit Abama campaign. Oh, light be no. Obi pa na duon telling you know. And I do my assignment. Mam reporters next channel pa. Mo fa yesu. At from a Honma to Marina, more. There's no light. Why?
From a lands commission.
There is no light. Baby, me say,
no, or can't say we will talk. Can't say we will talk.
From lands commission, traffic lights, medical airports. Medical fa baby defense ministry. Yentimi nyendu akari asase.
Me say, oh, call Abidjan, Omo airport. We need budget.
Yes, Cotonou.
Allah.
Yes, Cotonou.
Ghana. Yenko, me say, me wa kwai wa fu yusua. Ghana have a BNU. And the lightning system, the deliberate effort, the government lighting the city at night, dualizing their roads, a bit near. And Obia Basse no. Yem ye Obia ni containers in fuel, a be a no bed draw about test and no. Say, quite no cross space, you want the BNU. Yes, no sharing. No, but Ubenyan answer for see that neighbor. Ubenyan answer for a beba bet not TV. So I said, I do say a catch when I move voting for on Casadabi. We are opposition, but this is what we need to be going for as a country. And
because Ralph said this opposition. I was said the Ombesi Akano, MPP's co-opposition. I was said the Omusi Ehunifa. That is the problem. And this MPP to me and come and say, look, we have a national development plan. Say, how many pantna, no matter this MPP, we need to get rid of it.
That is the reason why we cannot reset the country in this type of disorderliness.
Okay, just a second. We say Greater Accra Regional Minister, Obano. Last year, Nkrofo pushi ya si nyinedi.
Really?
Share. Ramsar site. Sa operations no koye no.
O mi say na me kan.
Share.
Na me kan.
So mun
nyinedi. President Mahama say no mu so say. Enye si nyinedi o. Yen go mu no mu nyedwuma.
President Mahama anyway. Maame na ye. And obo na baso. But no an Nkrofo ka think nyinedi.
Onyere no hunyam.
Because Nkrofo akwa sit down there see Ramsar site. Baby aya eja asase ato ho. Kakraka se nyame mfa sa masapui eyiri a ho na nsuo no nkonkotai. Enti ho ne de ho kra na fish no mu breedi. O mu nkosua na ekopo no mti ho de eja ato se yenko no. Ebinum no say the create develop so we can sell. And o matonton asase no ko mu ni nkrata. Enrico te shase ebubu bia na oba na oto aso me so no ankasa NDC for e ka kire se yenyi omo ye ya President Mahama ne ko no ne ko hu ye na obo na baso the President Mahama armchair president anko fire maame no kwa.
So let me come back to Eric now. You were saying something.
So you see, this is the reason why we cannot reset. When you're talking about reset, it's a good thing, but we cannot reset a country when the country is in disorderliness. We cannot reset the country with the system which is already in place. We will be running the same disorderly system, and then we say we are resetting the country while we are still running the same system. It doesn't make sense. We need to change the entire government system. I'm telling you the truth. Of course, democracy, they say, is the best system of governance, but you see, structures must be put in place. National priority and national agenda must be prioritized. Our priority must be the benefit that the government will give to the state. But it looks like we have a system where people can betray good things happening because of, say, they want to be in power.
Simple.
So, example, like what Raf was saying, that okay, how about assuming we want to remove some of the containers of the road and expand the road, you are going to see the opposition on board, dragging the government. Let me tell you something that happened in Burkina Faso.
Okay.
In Burkina Faso, you know, they are under military leadership. Some of their factories under the democratic governance were closed down, shut down, because just like the way we have, let's say, local rice here, and then we have the imported one. Now, there are some of the ministers, they are dealing with the Chinese who are importing the rice into the country, therefore putting pressure on the local producers. So they are crushing the local market deliberately because they are making money from the Chinese. So there's one particular, let's say, a minister there or one or two individuals who are getting something because of that, the local market should crash. When you
they
go
prefer the importation than the local market, you know.
Yeah. When you switch from there, you go to Nigeria. Nigeria has power crisis simply because there are some ministers, okay, in place, and they are dealing with, how do you call it? Generator. They are doing generator business.
So the light will never
and
come.
because of that, they cannot give 24/7 light to the public. They have the power to make sure that light. Nigeria doesn't have any problem, but because of that, people are in darkness because some people want to sell generator. So everywhere generator business is booming. Now, when in Burkina Faso, some of the factories, local factories producing local drinks, are closed down because of this same problem. Now, when the leader of Burkina Faso, who is now the Captain Ibrahim Traoré, he decided to revive the collapsed and abandoned factories. Then, although the country is in revolution, there's some people somehow who are in the political class decided to sabotage the whole plan. They started talking and then trying to draw the attention of negative comments, just like we do politics here. Do you know what he did? He ordered they arrest all of them and pack them somewhere, and then they were, because he was facing a lot of challenges to open just the factory that we abandoned ourselves. Then after the factory was revived, completed, and everything was renewed, then he ordered that they should release them. They came for the inauguration, and then he asked them, "Is it not beautiful?" Yes. We need to reset the system of governance we have in this country. If not, we will have a government doing the right thing, yet some people will be in opposition because of power. They will be putting sand in the faces of the people, and that we are betraying the country. Look at China. There was time in the history of the world Ghana was better than China.
Sharp.
Far. When you look at
Thailand, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia.
When you look at the system that Chinese put in place, where they have gotten to right now, they have 100-year development plan. Now, what we are seeing right now is just 30+ years that they have consumed out of it. They have been able to eat up everybody in terms of economic activities, and
you just fall in line.
Exactly. And they are not changing the plan. There is no opposition opposing them. They have people with brain. Leaders are born. That's what Chinese understand. And they are using the template of Kwame Nkrumah. In China, they are using the template of our founder. And here we are struggling to catch up with China. Today the Chinese are, borrowing money to us. It is a shameful thing. Now, when you go to China, there is orderliness in government. They sit down, they are united, and therefore the nation will move forward. Even in every religious book, be it the Quran, the Christian book, the Bible, the truth of the matter is that unity brings value. Unity brings progress. We are disunited because of NDC say, NPP say, because of last time, how do you call it? The president, Thor came back to life, right?
Yes.
Is it not a beautiful thing? You wait. The opposition, I did not see them making press conference commending the government.
They said they started the rejuvenation of the Thor.
You know what? There was a time in the life of Thor, $25 million was needed to start full operation. We are talking about a factory that can produce 45,000 barrels per day.
50% of Ghana you demand.
Now, when the time that the managers were complaining that, look, we need $25,000 million to start full operation, then we can be changing the CDU and things and then working around. That was the time our government was building cathedral with $50-something million. $97 million. Generational money to build a swimming pool for God.
And when you bring that out, they will tell you about them.
Exactly.
Although the oils are no more than.
A new government is now in place and is prioritizing making. Now the factory is in. Even there, it is not yet running at full capacity. The 45,000. It is around 30 something. But they are making sure that they are going to launch something very soon. We'll make sure that it will be running at full capacity. And this is a new government who is saying that, look, as it is, we need to add a cooling system to extend the capacity to 60,000 capacity. The opposition did not launch any press conference commending the government.
Today they are making a press conference about LGBT.
Today. So it become we are in a disorderliness. Okay, yeah. That is the reason why the leader of Burkina Faso one day wake up when when he came, he was very he always liked to frown his face. He doesn't smile that much, but he got to a point he begin to slack so that everybody can be included. Then they talk, the disorderliness want to continue. People want to start dragging him here. You wake up and say, hey, we are in revolution. We cannot build a country in disorderliness. And then everything stop. So if we are talking about reset, we cannot reset the country in disorderliness. The state should sit down. Let's restructure our governance system. If not, we will be here. The Chinese, they are already eating up our local economy. Completely.
I'm not finishing.
Completely. Donald Trump is how do you call it? Is threatening Canada that they want to impose 100% tariff on Canada if they dare open space for China to import through Canada. And according to Donald Trump, he is warning Canada that if you allow these people, they will eat up your local economy completely. They will change everything, and that is true. Because the Chinese know they are moving slowly, but they are making the entire world to become a marketplace. We have become
the suppliers,
and they are now supplying. That was Kwame Nkrumah template. And when you go to China, China is no longer a country. China is a factory on its own, production factory. That was how Kwame Nkrumah wanted to build this country. We had tire factories and
so you see, Ralph, Amunto, and Eric. Me, from where I sit, I think the issue, Yentimin dealing with, that familiarity, Uraye. Mene hontona juma. Honto ye minia or medium. So it's as a mene honto one ideology, one thinking. I find it very hard to criticize him. Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, I think that is where we are having issues. Because look, go to the assemblies. Oko assemblies, no. Most of the people working there, ekromo kontihine eba, oya adwuma assembly. Chiameba, oya adwuma assembly. Assemblyman no free Royal House. So yes, asori penny. So the monies come to the assembly, they misuse it, they mismanage it, and you can't abuse yourself. I think that is what is worrying us. You can't abuse yourself. As we speak now on to can't be. Now on to agrada at the end of the day. We have Nyamin Kwafwa. They are going to NDC government to plead.
And Agada will be
on behalf of a MPP for our Omweska. NDC Beko opposition. You will get the same people that will go to MPP to go and plead for a NDC for Omweska.
Exactly.
So it becomes very, very difficult. And me who Martin Pegu that now the danger is that no Martin Pegu. I Martin Pegu. Or see, SM say MPP for no be finance NDC. So now it is becoming a problem. And this is for also on one appointment, they will pack the money and wait. Or share 2027 or share figures eba atmosphere who a figures say NDC beko no so shall say sponsor MPP nipa ba akum bi nti MPP so ba now no so otiwo. So now the issue is that why the bet me we are kese no sponsor kese, then you are free. We are kese sponsor now as we na me on to the list to track say the reason why Kenoforiata near kind of those days and Rasoti and car near said the reason why MPP for they don't fear stealing is because now the ideology is that maybe I can to be a batch me. No, maybe I can to another me for being brabo. Me are grand madam no because I know who he and maybe we are see na kase no we are Oh, na my father $150 million. Na $50 million. Na me nkwa. So beji because also the better castle. So now we are entering into a system one day. Somebody will sell the whole country.
Allah.
Yes, because now it's like when they bet me we are casino ma bribe. Just pay your way out. And me no, I think unto what na me fear a war right now.
Avazi, where one of your other listeners was my money was say please help me. No need to mention my name, but if you can read, he also say after Kufuor sacked the mechanics in front of his house, have they been brought back because of change of government? No, the answer is no. It's all quite flowers na and grass. Say so crumb shed for people. They say,
sorry,
have they? Okay, I'll say, I beg you, mention the naval base mess area. A few years ago, you dare not misbehave around the Burma camp, the 37 area. The light on the naval base road are off or flickering. Now the soldiers sit in a dirty surroundings. Then the shocking part is the number of mentally challenged people who have made their homes barely 100 meters from the Jubilee House.
Yeah.
Okay, say Kufuor the person we are in your Okujane now Jubilee House.
Yeah. Na me pacho. Okay, so Raf, hi Abidjan, right? Abidjan.
Yeah.
Oh.
3 hours.
Road no.
Yeah, from the
3 hours.
Was it from 3 hours drive?
Oh, yeah.
From the airport.
No. Equinam nature. From 3 hours drive.
Yeah.
To Abidjan town. Say a Tuamisa.
Say Damusa.
Oh, if I wanna, it be me.
So what was some a year talking? When the late Mr. Rollins was alive. Now Kufuor so omo betwitwa 37 military ennua 37 hospital.
Yeah.
Omo betwitwa ennua no. So omo twitwa ennua oh me farmer producer. Oh,
me the be more sisi.
Omo betwitwa ennua no dia dey o na Rollins ko kan ye. Say oh ennua na mo betwitwa no. Hey! Yes, Rollins here by 4. Say o kwa tuo.
Onu si.
Onu yes we order the petrol. No otu sa no abehye nnua no. Na ho no obanu moja. Onom ayarefo no moja no a na okofie. Na omotimi aka man krofo agedi. Say Rollins se me ntwitwa nnua no efri say o ye befo aya no obaso ebedidi. So but me de me no my fear right now the level I see a movie politics na kono di nyansa abata ho that the more I steal the more I become safer. The more you talk the more you become hungry. Now that's the danger.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the danger. Even your own political party can be in power. They look at your sincerity, your fairness, your honesty, and they decide that we are new initiate. No, yeah,
that's true. Even
that's the reason why. No, so we are. You know, I wake up and I get sad that we are honest person. We are no kwafua na na say we are bukata na because
and a wire juma abua a fight here na NDC. Aba pawanti nyina ne akowuram ne akwa echinechini ne akomowiu ene e de aba ye dwanam ye awie na obi akwa akwaje ne de no awie a ya ka je so wo de ndi midisi wa ma me hweso kone kope otwe bra ansana na anu de na ekoe ne de ama adwuma ye obi pe bibia you have to say hwepe nkrofo into into lane align yourself. Enche bekwa ko flag bearer into where do you belong aha na wo ohena ni campaign ewunya
but honto me crowd here minister dey ministro my fear is where we are mortgaging the whole country you know they are criminals yes me fear no mortgaging the whole country to criminals say no say mitimi wia dodo a
cartel.
Yes, cartel. So when you have cartel within the Christian community, they are criminals. Omune pridima political thieves. Yeah. You will be one cremophone and cremophone omuna a pleading political thieves. You are nananama confor. Now the very dangerous people. The traditional leaders. I am for.
Is it
very dangerous?
You were traditional leaders, sir. And the previous government, some of them were turned to mere beggars. They were begging for arms to do what? To fix hospitals, sir. But go after the former appointees. We still have some of the traditional leaders going to the seat of government lobbying.
That is the danger.
You see, Nana, the truth of the matter is say system no is sick. Now me catch us what say. Now I say Ghana, you see how the system works. Now we analyze here, we be coming to one conclusion that the kind of change, positive change that you want to see, you and I, will be in lifetime that.
We can only enjoy the economic figures.
Yes, your moral society. Moral society na for software Christopher. Na man trankunya. Omona se bi we ka say moral, omona hwe me enya.
You are right.
Abokobi. Obi no obi shan wo. Ono no mensa water ba so bi. No compound o. Eno akosi canopy. Eno de asoro no de dede. One neighbor no ye de gu na sumo no entimi complain ba osofo de say ni neighbor na enkra ebe ni fie ebe je omo na onti ode enkura egu aduane go okum nkra ni nyina
asori ni
o akum nkra ni nyina because omo disturb no fie but ono no ba be si canopy woni fie eno obo sound obo tons edigu na sumo a otuatwa na so okoka ebe ka chense o ye bonsa me we no fast ebe no akontre ahwe anointi we lebu for mo no so enti the moral society no a yenim sem komo na beba mu abeboae no. What do you see? And then some of them fund the political parties and politicians.
And me catch you be say Ralph say Drew say Presby for ko to abai moderator eya kokohe
Hey!
Politicians cry. Presby for time Drew some ko to abai moderator. It's a war.
Wow.
Can't you remember? I am at Tamil's time. All got to obey moderator me court for 2 years. I'm say Martin Newman, no time. 2 years no more chimanson. But you're too about in politics now. 2 presidential candidates problem bar.
Yes, I'm from Common.
Yes, I'm from Common. No monka. Almost the hour court. You see, so I'm media. To be honest, I'm afraid the way things are, and you're not quite and saying no. Want to be honest, Ayana me ni GSM me radio so
motivation
because me share system ni dia no my team say hey yes you will get the economic indicators Mahama will fix everything o fix when that's a criminals no that's what after you are gone they will come back and destroy it. They are the termites.
The word criminal he's using is sending me back to when the president came to office. One of the first meeting he had, he used this word. He said the entire country is a crime scene. I don't know how many of you.
It's a crime scene.
Recently, he made the same statement again. He was saying that the handling of the economy by the finance minister, the former finance minister, was criminality. Now the problem is this: for 1 year now, this is 1 year, the president declared that the country was a crime scene, meaning that there were criminals who were handling the economy, who were in charge of the country. 1 year, where are the criminals?
But my memory I think maybe Nenka JM here more honest and brutish people around him.
Exactly. Because you can't see
what I hear is that he's getting serious pressure.
Is it Vida or something international conference be Mama Kwan recently?
Yeah, I think Switzerland.
Recently. And he made a mention in response to the world and how much America spent on their B-2 bombers or whatever, and we need to save the next generation. And I made a statement to be, Mama said this week, Minya Kunya, Kamisia President, Nanka Makata, I'm so tia crying from Pa, in paying for Subana, Utibi, Omunkasa Simunche Oman John Domani Mami. I think he has begun to act like Nkrumah. He's thinking like Nkrumah. He's doing things like Nkrumah. Whenever he mounts any international platform, he's sounding like a leader. But I think he needs to take a bit of energy from the founder of their party, J.J. Rawlings, former may he rest well. And yes, sir, or started acting like J.J. Rawlings.
Because the whole country wants him to act so.
It makes him look more kumasi. You know I'm coming. Obi, omu to force. Boys ni bi say. Omu so ye catch him say J.J. Rawlings ni pabonini. Nanso afi no ma beti ase ade punti a J.J. Rawlings na obu omu ma me no. Force na ye kofa no hanom no. Omu say da hold force no. E de man kwafo omu be fa fi hanom de call Liberia ene Abidjan. Na ye buo ye bi nto ne buo dendende ye ntinse kurom ye ndonkofo ye mbondongo mi afi sani pana be sama be kase we na mu vote for we na mu
that is the problem.
Ye starting me lusu am lusu do ma no ni shi lusu oni shi lusu
But the party
by the party na party no aye be aye de ma be wu
over easy
na no ye na party no me ba na no ye de no hoye na party no
party o
no
na no to me kotra go take say do I arrest the protesters they man at home no me as
very disappointing. Okay, it will be very disappointing if we are going the way the government is facing the economy. We are seeing things working well, and maybe the economy start doing bad. That will not be so disappointing than after
when you see criminals
are still working up and down.
You see,
people who create goals in this country.
I feel yes, Ebe exposing most of the government appointees because first year no petrol cost and I feel nankrofo the aura and and whether NDC likes it or not, 2028 aura be play critical role. Me some few months ago, now I was taking on the Attorney General. I don't have any personal issue with him. June 13, 2025, and hold the press conference. Government accountability series no catch nyina say or prosecuting nipa makumako 12 our national service scandal. He mentioned their names so Boadu no account or their way referred to all of them as criminals. So prosecuting nipa 12. You hear any more from June to October or say another press conference. No reducing number from 12 to 10. But one train nipa 2 no. Court to cry, do mo call ya court to declare mo so mo ye innocent afi do mo nya criminals. The number one suspect I will born in June. On the first 2 people are or prosecuted omo. From June, ABC January way, nipa 2 pe any ya aware say or prosecuted omo. Give to Aware and or CCB. Nipa 2 out of 12. No reason has given to Ghanaians after concluding because June or catches were concluding investigations. And when it is clear for people to see it now, it's taking you almost a year after concluding your investigation to prosecute. Now they be called judiciary system. I also say people can go behind the scenes, strike deals and back. And at the end of the day, 4 years in the best the best your number of people are moving trial. But when you year prosecution, utiminya I can say unsecure a year conviction. Enti nana you betimi aye wonu nyina Ghana fo nyina behu obi abedia dance here do person de bibi beba but say nipa no a wo di animu na making sure say justice is said. Okay, see a year court one more. President any control over the judiciary because of my independent body. Those are president and appointed the Superior Court justices and then the chief CJ. But a quite bad form for someone you only control. But the government or the president have control over the Attorney General, true or false.
True.
So Argentina taking is taking us almost a year to conclude on this national service.
In all,
Nana,
in all,
the system is sick.
In all.
When people comes, the only thing you or assess system, no one know the way a system is here. The bayan so chale, I didn't mean to fix you. My missing be never bush and phobia. You go feel no codidi, and then a bag and a year. That is
you know what I may be, and that is the danger, and that is the reason why I invited Ralph and Eric and Hunto. Even with our brother Ebonowa. Ebonowa sitting there like this can channel another course, a new path. Because at the end of AC no, I'm sure you one day a bebu abetuni. Say criminal be a pe akonya ayo hene e Ghana.
Yes.
Langas bebre ena akowura the security system.
Sorry.
Langas ena atin sorry. Asofo bebre na akodane toneton. They are dealing with armed robbers.
Visa racketeering.
Visa racketeering. E omwa asofo imams omwa. Say no. Say ya hwe ye na duru ba bia after the obia feel say no. Answer na me ye no. Just me wies carefree politics mu a.
Any politics answer me ye just me the madwin asisi mi nua.
Just be a criminal.
Criminal, that is it. Because that's what they do. They are not politicians.
We are big man who kroma na a criminal kra no na betimi politicians ni na ahemfo adidi. Ato Land Cruiser, Prado akwache imam, wato bi akwache Otabel no ma asofo Anglican sofo una your best. Ekroma. Yeah, una your best. Ekroma. So we a criminal we okuni pampo. Na dey say wo timi to wa akwache police IGP na ntwie baako. Wa akwache ne banche, ne bode. Wa no akwache energy minister Prado. Wa no akwache otumfo Prado. Wa no akwache Nairi Prado, no akwache we Prado, Togba Fede, no akwache ni bi Gamanche, no akwache ni bi, Idoma hine kwache ni bi. We okay, be problem be any ho. Ye to party ani afro ni abo abaso, ni de order egu ha sei. No share wa busa say who bobie na no na akamasem. Do you know me?
Special guest of honor.
Special guest of honor on a tie mu. And mesre ye what them a mommy anyire ye ho. The consequences are there. We know. Me who rough, me share, and the attempt, bro, na me share, me who. Sometimes, young men they disagree with a young talk, the attempt, and some markets here. As a Ethiopia headquarters, and Yatro second say na onka. But the point is, Kakrabi no I bet me I hold you on my way going, no, not because NDC is in power. But because we want to be sincere to ourselves and be sincere to God. So we are not afraid. Hey, say be frame me mama bio. See frame me mama bio. Be me person me ka and America. And I think that is why we met today, gentlemen. Oprah News for say me Bobie Ansah me say security for akọ poladom ochri Ako hunu $1.5 million na omo investigations. In fact, me who story no just me Joy, I think this has been in the news for some time now. Joy, me ti want some that. Maintain wasem wo baby ada na se me Bobie Ansah me pese me ka asem a sebe enye Oprah News ene be ka ma me ade a me pese me ka no Ghana no metumi aka ne pepe. But the fact of the issue is that I have never said it anywhere. Never. I have never said it anywhere. Onipa ba kope na minim no a oye linked Hadi Muhammad. Oh, Kafra. Nipa ba kope na minim no a oye linked to the Oprah newspaper. Me frey no. O cheki Oprah News na omo so se omo fa free Ghana Web. Ghana Web for so se enye wo mo a. Me cheki no free nipa no no say your friend say Oprah News no kura agu for some time ni almost for 2 years or 3 years now agu online portal CB and to be honest with you minimum crofo krokra omo erane sa potano I minim baby omo free minim omo say some Nigeria phobi se me pese me ka mini apod mo chiro ni me pese me ka no asem kra mitimi tag no e wo Facebook asem bia ni wa Ghana me pese me ka fo obi ho a me wo conclusion wo mitrim se asem we eye no kre na me twetwe me na ase no e bin sida me asem bia me pese me ka fo obi ho no me ko ni straight me nkohye obi achi me mopa ema obi nya de bi enti se me nia poladomo chire tie mi a I have never said this anywhere and minim baby a Oprah for yaso almost me ye Facebook live there is no link attached to the story and I learned a yemunia poladomo chire wife was upset. Ti mi ame frɛ Paul anɔpɛ no so ɔno so wa hu dada na onim sɛ bia menim me se menim ho asɛm even nipa no de send me anadwi no me kura no me frɛ na anɔpɛ abusa nipa ne sɛ na ɛde bɛ na ɛkɔso no sɛ read the story no ɔmo attribute to wo Bobie Ansah ansa na me kwa ko bie story na hu no sɛ oh okay so I beg yes your friend crofobia so Oprah News so saying I don't know where they even work yes in kwada bi Nigeria for boys be and as omo abie potano and whatever so this issue about Poladom watch $1.5 million allegations I have no idea. I have never said it anywhere. Now, say Paul $1.5 million. No, I wish I could tell good evening Ghana as well. And I said, so no, $1.5 million. How one a day. So that's it. I think I'm done on this one. It's answer me too. Kwe anam nam kwe munintino. Mentimi. No, in writing on me Facebook post, but say Paul Etiemia. I hope you are speaking to Paul. Okay, say Paul Etiemia. I've never said this anywhere. I don't know anything about this Oprah News. So I will leave it here.